What is an astronaut's favorite board game? Monopoly.
Sit down.
Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, my friends. I hope you're doing well tonight. I hope your weekend's getting off to a good start, and thank you for being here. We've got VR is first in chat tonight, followed closely by Lucent Jelly. All emotes chat, yeah. It looks like it. It looks like emote only mode. That's all right though. That's all right. I'm more than happy for people to express themselves via emotes if that's how they choose. Your pun was so good. The other four streams I'm lurking laughed all at the same time. VR says. I was thinking just then as I said it. I was thinking, I wonder if I've used this joke before. We're getting very close. We're getting very close to 2 years of streams, and I mean, I stream most of the most of the nights a week. So we could be looking at close to like 400 or 500 puns that I've made. At some point I'm going to repeat a joke just by accident. I know. 2 years, twinsies. Yeah, it's 2 years. I think February 23rd is 2 years. For me. I think we started on February 23rd. It was 23 or 25. It was right around there. I feel like it was 23 because it's a weird... Because why would I remember such a weird number? Surely it'd be easier to remember an evener number. Evener? I haven't even started playing the game yet and my mind's already falling apart. So, C, the Contra Adventure, PlayStation 1 game. I have a goal to beat all the Contra games, and I'm supposed to be doing it by April, and I don't think it's gonna happen. This is a game I've never beaten. I've played it a few times. It's a game you can save, so we have a save file active right now. It's actually our third run. First run made it all the way to the last level, but I only had a single life. It was just a bad position, because like I could reload the save as much as I wanted, but you know, that's kind of tedious on a PlayStation. And I didn't really feel up to the task of learning to one life clear the final stage of this game. So I thought, you know what, the better move is to just restart and hopefully have a better run and get to the end with a few more resources. And I tried it for a second run that didn't go very well, and I ended up abandoning it. And we started a third run last week, and you know what? It's also going pretty poorly, I have to tell you. So we may actually be required to start up a fourth run. But, you know, we're going to try our best. We're going to dive in from the continue point. And just see how it goes. I gotta keep my my hopes in check, though. I feel like when I played this previously, I configured the controls a little bit differently. Because changing weapons is O, and I feel like I thought that was very not good. Hey Congo, welcome in, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Fire and jump. R1 for strafe. Yeah, I think I want to change that. Alright, where do I want to put the strafe? I want to put the strafe on L2. Put the weapon select on R2. Lie down. Oh. I'm never going to use that. Okay. I'm never going to use the look up and look down, so we'll just leave those there. Alright, I think this is probably better for me. Is my birthday, Conga says. So I've been spoiled rotten. Happy birthday, Conga. Congratulations. Congratulations on another level up. Another year's worth of XP acquired. I hope you've thoroughly enjoyed being spoiled rotten. 42 levels, shaking my head. You know, character progression only moves in one direction. Boat Ladder, welcome in. Happy weekend, my friend. Thank you for being here. It doesn't number the... Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. I was looking at this. So I was looking at the square there, and I was like, level weightless, level pyramids, level alien layer. Oh no, I don't know what order the levels are in. I don't know which one is our save file. But it's this top. It says it says the level on the left. Alright, so yeah, see, last time we got to this weightless level here, look at that. We had 2 continues. This time we've... Oh no, never mind. I read that backwards. I thought we had 4 continues in one life. We're doing terribly. I've got 1 continue left. I'm doomed. Somebody help me. So which level is the... I guess level 9 is the last level. This is the one where we were... Yeah. 0 continues, 1 life. So this was our first run. We ended up here. Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. Load control configuration. I don't know if that means to load the control configuration that is part of the save, or to load the control configuration I just made. I'm going to say no. I think it's asking if I want to load the save files controls instead of my custom ones. really remember how to do this level. What a place to come back to. Why did I quit right before this level last time? This is not where you want to pick this game back up. I wish this thing would not follow me. I wish it had a pattern that it moved in so I could just hide in a corner. We have to fight like 20 of these things too to get through this level. Everything is terrible. Why do I not have any weapons? Oh, cool. It still hurts me after its health bar is depleted. Oh, here's the thing. That took all 4 of my lives to do. We still have so much of this level left. I've made a mistake. It was a mistake to play this. Oh, I didn't finish my thought earlier. So my copy of this game is, the disc is very badly scratched. It needs to be resurfaced. So, but because of that, we get a lot of weirdnesses that happen as we play. So at any moment, like, we could experience tremendously bizarre, like, glitches, crashes. The audio tends to mess up quite a bit, like the soundtrack. Sometimes assets just completely refuse to load. Look at this. I'm doing so much better this time. I did 100% better. It's a terrible shame how I wasted that whole continue. Third health bar of the stage. Fourth health bar of the stage. Fifth health bar of the stage. Hey Sparrow, welcome in. We did I'm afraid you did. I'm sorry we missed you. We did the Commodore 64 was last night, my friend. I played that game you told me about though, Lester, and that game is amazing. I really did. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was hoping you would show up. I was looking for you the whole night. Well, you know, the 3 hours or so that we played it. But I played through the whole game. It's incredible. It was a tremendous find. Thank you for the recommendation. I do not remember how to fight this thing. I guess it's just as easy as what I'm doing now. He needs more C64 nights. If only there were more nights in every week. My biggest difficulty with the C64 is, and I'm sure that the error is somewhere on my end, but my biggest difficulty with it is that I have such a hard time finding copies of games that actually work. There are so many games that I look for, and I'll download like 8 copies, like 8 different files that are the same game, and I'll try them all on the mini, and I can't get them to play. They'll go to the like blue sort of just like Commodore text screen and just sit there forever, or they'll go to a screen that asks like Y or N, but accept no inputs, or like they do things, but they never get to a game that's playable, and it's so annoying. It's so annoying because it can take me an hour to find one game. That's my current biggest difficulty for it. I don't have a reliable source for Commodore 64 games. C64 is funny. Some games need to be loaded with just .8 instead of .8, .1. I mean, because I'm using the mini, I don't ever do any of that typing. I don't know. I just don't know why there's so many. I don't know why there are so many bad C64 game files out there. Sparrow says, last night I finished up work and crashed hard. It was a rough week, let alone a rough Friday. I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. I hope that the worst of it is behind you. Hopefully you'll have an opportunity to get out on the water and do some fishing this weekend. If I'm correct in assuming that you're still pursuing that hobby. I was offered, but unfortunately I'm now studying. I've got most C64 games, so if there's one you're looking for, let me know and I'll test it, Conga says. I might send you a whisper. I've got some I've looked for that I've failed to find. Alright, let's save this. I'm actually going to save here. I'm going to keep this save slot. Yeah. I'd really like to play through this game and beat it without reloading saves at any point. So even if I do, if I beat it, you know, like reloading a save where I stop for the night and then picking up is fine. But I really don't like the idea of like playing and failing and reloading a save to the mid game. I'd like to be able to beat it all in one go. It may be a bit ambitious of me to expect that for my first clear, but It feels delegitimizing to use an old save. I don't know what I was getting stuck on there. Quick, destroy the slug box. I've lost my spread gun. Oh yeah. The target's on the back wall. It's just like the original Contra. I talk sometimes, like, you know, about what I think are legitimate and what are not legitimate, sort of like obstacles in platforming games, right? Like, I don't like foreground obstructions. I think that they're bad. I think obstructing the player's view is almost always implemented badly. With foreground obstacles, I have to say, as much as I hate darkness being used as an obstacle in a game, sadly, it is a very sort of like legitimate type of obstacle, right? Because if the room goes dark, well, it's dark for the player and for the player character, so I can't be upset about any sort of disconnect. I find sections like that to be very frustrating, but I can't say they're unfair. These boxes have a 1-up. That's what I really need. Whoa, no. This coin. That's such a weird platform. Why is he aiming over there? Aim at the gun, please. This is such a weird and difficult level. I guess it's not really weird, but it's so difficult. It's so difficult. The coin is weird. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll actually take this save file. You know the series is hard when the music you know best is from the game over screen, Conga says. I wish it weren't true. I don't think there are any health ups on this level, so I don't expect this life to go the distance. Kind of locked myself into a bad place there, but that's okay. That's okay. If we can make it through this level and the next one on a single continue, then we'll be in really good shape for trying to take on the last level. Part of the difficulty of this character really does not want to aim straight across. Like I've got my aim locked so that I'm not spinning anymore. The trouble is that like when you're trying to set it up, it's very difficult to get him to freeze in a horizontal position. You always have to deal with some sort of angle in your... like this is what is like almost perfect, right? It's still angled, but it's very difficult to get him to do what I want. This guy was so much easier last time. What happened? Stay away from me. We've got the perfect horizontal shot. No. I really want a good, like, horizontal alignment because it gives me, like... It's so much easier to just worry about things on one axis. There's an awful lot of these things. Victory. Alright, I think I only lost one life there. Well, lost one full life and most of another. Because that's another thing this game does. Is it, It, if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't refill your health in between levels. Well played. Thank you, Conga. I can change my weapon now. I lost it. Oh, well, that's not. I gotta change my weapon because I lost a life, but I might lose more lives here. Hey, Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, Master Tuesday. Welcome in. I hope you are doing well today, my friend. Oh, this level goes on for years. I am Tuesday says yourself. I'm doing pretty good. I'm kind of focused on the game tonight. It's taking a lot of my attention. It's really tough, and I want to do well. No, lying down doesn't work for that enemy. Oh, it's so hard. He's so focused that I don't want to remind anyone about the hot saucer teams. Better not do that, Conga. We better not remind people about the hot saucer teams. That would be a big mistake if we did that. I was doing so well, and now this one jump is ruining everything. Ugh. 3D platforming was a mistake. Hello, Loyal. Welcome to the stream. Just got done with work, right on. Hopefully you've got a little bit of strength left to kick back and unwind. Probably not supposed to like jump for these targets. You're probably supposed to use like the aim up and aim down feature, but I never use that for anything. That's why I'm so bad at this, is because I have to play it like it's a 8-bit Contra. I have to play it like it's a two-dimensional game. And the game is more than willing to punish me for it. Yes, definitely don't tell anyone about the 7,500 point hot sauce redeem. You can choose here on Frownie's channel via the rewards and challenges section. Fear not, Conga says. Oh, thank you. Conga's just gonna go ahead and redeem the wheel so no one else can do it. He has no interest. He has no interest in having it redeemed. It's just he's looking out for me, and he thought I should redeem this so that no one else does it. That's for loyal. All right, let's give it a spin. Same wheel we've had going on for a while now. No updates or changes just yet. And what is that? Purple is hot habanero sauce. That's this one. Orange sauce, white label. Marie Sharp's hot habanero pepper sauce. It's good stuff. I like it. My one criticism of it is that it's kind of one note. If you're looking for habanero and pretty much habanero only, you're going to be happy with what you get. But if you're thinking it's a habanero sauce with anything else going on, then you're mistaken. As long as it doesn't taste like an attic. Yeah. Oh, I'm not ready for it tonight. I'm not ready for it tonight. I had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner. I'm not ready for the heat. Oh my. It really makes a tremendous difference. It is a wildly different experience. Depending on what I have for dinner. If I eat a spicy dinner, then these are basically nothing. If I eat a bland dinner, or, you know, like, not bland, like, untasted, like, if I eat a not spicy dinner, if I eat a mild dinner, these sauces ruin me. Professional tip, if you're ever going to engage in any sort of, like, hot wing eating contest, eat another spicy meal beforehand. Wow. Was his face purple when the stream started? Oh, that set me on fire. Isaac's laughing at me. Welcome in, Doe. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a good weekend, my friend. Oh, boy, that was... that was an experience. I'm not quite recovered. Channel the pain, use it. I'm scared to drink my coffee. Happy Friday. Thank you. Thank you. I'm on my last life here. No! And I stepped on a landmine. Telling it yes, I wanted to continue was a mistake. Boy, that hot sauce is still burning. If I could ask Conga, do you also have a C64 mini, or do you use some other form of some other means to play your C64 games? If you don't mind my asking. I use a couple different emulators. I've got close to a dozen C64s and drives boxed up that I need to either sell or give away. A dozen. C64 games on disc are always in danger of going bad. Some of those discs are over 40 years old now. Yeah. Yeah, you like actual physical media for C64 is really it's not really a very easy way to it's not a very easy way to experience those games, and it's like it's impractical, but also it's unreliable, like you know, from a preservation perspective. I have a few 5 1/4 inch floppies that were formatted in 1980. I don't think I actually have. I don't think I actually still have any 5 1/4 discs. Myself. I think there's still some stored away in my parents' house. But I don't have direct access to any currently. Thank you again for the redeem, Loyal says. Conga says, remind me again in 90 minutes. It surely won't be anywhere nearly as bad the second time.
Need my big gun.
Hey, Zelda dude, welcome in. I just got over being sick. Glad to hear you're doing better. Loyal says, hopefully I'm awake. I've been fighting off a bug. I tried to call into work sick, but they said if it isn't COVID, then I've got to work. Really sorry you're not feeling well, Loyal. I hope that turns around for you quickly.
Coming.
My teeth and gums hurt, my back hurt, my bones ache, my nose is running like crazy. The trouble is you can't jump onto that platform. You can't jump onto that platform when it's to the left of the one you're standing on. The moving platform, it has to be ahead of you because the camera won't let you jump directly to the left off that platform, I think. I was trying so hard to jump, to just do a directly left jump, and I kept falling forward into the lava. It's a nasty, nasty part of the game.
Sure.
So the trouble with the homing bullets is they won't lock in on the actual target. Oh, this level just never ends. That's the landmine that killed me last time. Coins.
Check, please.
I'm really good at running into bullets. Like if there's a bullet somewhere on the other side of the screen, I'm really good at running over there just in time to get hit.
Check, please.
If the bullets restored your health instead of took it away, I'd be invincible. How much health do these things have? I think my bullets restore the enemy's health instead of taking it away. I didn't even remember to be looking out for landmines. Imagine a first-person Contra in 2023. Konami would never allow it. Why would you want it to be first-person? Wouldn't it be just like every other first-person shooter then?
Yeah.
I'd rather Konami make another 8-bit Contra in 2023. It'd be nice if Konami still made games at all, though. Isn't that just Halo, Master Tuesday says? I appreciate the sentiment of wanting more and new Contra. Don't get me wrong there. I don't know about first person though, because Contra is like very platforming heavy, and first person platforming is a nightmare.
Fight.
I don't even really like this. I don't even really like this 3D interpretation of Contra. Like this game is far and away worse than the other games I've played. Maybe I'm being a little mean. Because I kind of like it sometimes. It's hard to like it when I'm on this level, though. This level has a lot of, like, nasty tricks to it. It puts me in a non-charitable spirit. Tell me at least like Doom and Doom 3. I've only played Doom 64, and I do think it's pretty cool. Hey, thank you for the resub, Buffalo. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the support. Always appreciated. And I hope you're doing well. It would have to be really difficult, like a bullet hell, tons of traps and stuff. So yeah, the only Doom I've played is Doom 64, and I enjoy Doom 64. Generally, but I'm also trash at it. Fight laser with laser. That's what I always say. Thank you for the hydrate title. Welcome to the stream. I brought extra bottles of water downstairs with me tonight in anticipation of your arrival. Victory. Alright, we're gonna have a chance of actually seeing the credits tonight now. I do feel a little bit bad that we've gotten here through, you know. Repeatedly game overing and reloading our save files. It's not the most legitimate victory, but it'll do for now. There'll always be time to get better at the game later. The only credits I see is the insert credit. Beating Doom 2 on Nightmare difficulty is like getting a kill screen in Donkey Kong. It's impossible. Now I want to play Doom. Oh, that's not Doom 3. That's Doom 2 with an exclamation point. Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, the text is a little small. I confuse. It's very difficult for me to tell, as you can see, L's and exclamation points apart, and also lowercase I and L, they read the same. So if I don't have the context of other letters to make it clear, I get very confused. Isn't this the best weapon in the Contra series that you're using? The spread gun is sometimes the best weapon. It's definitely the best weapon in Contra and Super C. It's the best weapon in Operation C. It's not the best weapon in Contra 3 though. They nerfed it in Contra 3 pretty strongly. In this game, is it the best weapon in this game? It might be. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. This game has situations where different weapons are definitely better for different things. Save up points to try and get me to have more spicy stuff instead of more hydrates. Oh yeah, and speaking of which, we need a hydrate. Stop being so approachable and cozy when I'm trolling, Frownie. I'm afraid I cannot accommodate title. I don't know if there's supposed to be music on this stage or if it's silent for dramatic effect. There's probably supposed to be music. These jumps are unreasonable. That's why I didn't want to. That's why I didn't want to keep reloading my save file to grind this level for a 1 life clear, is because of all those lava pits. After the way Contra 3 ended, I really kind of just expect this level to turn out to be the worst thing in history. From the top. Did I ever ask you what your favorite game of all time is, Elder Dude? Says, I don't know if you did or not, but my favorite game of all time is Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the Super Nintendo. Number 1 all time. I love Super Ghouls and Ghosts. If it ever gets to be too much title, I will speak my mind, but you know. have a fairly high tolerance for well-intentioned nonsense. Mile Hyrule, welcome in. I hope you're having a great weekend, my friend. Welcome to maybe the end of the Contra Adventure. We've got a save file with a full credit on the last level. So there's really nothing to stand in my way from beating it tonight except my own ineptitude. That's a pretty powerful foe, though. Tidal is like a child. He'll keep trying to push the limit just to see where the line is drawn. Not necessarily advisable, but... I'll be sure to let you know in no uncertain terms if you do cross it. Here's a welcome, the familiar boss. I can picture the meeting. I can picture the meeting between the Konami devs. Right, perfectly clearly. I can see it. I can see them saying to each other, "Hey, remember the best boss from Contra 3? What if we remade that boss, but just didn't make it fun? What if it's that exact same boss, but just worse?" Because that's what they've created here. Oh, so Ridley's in this one? No, no. No. Ridley is justification for a rage quit. I think that the fact that there's no music is making the experience much worse. Oh, that's weird. Oh no, stuff isn't loading. There's pieces of the level missing. No. That's why it was so weird. I imagine these eggs are supposed to have collision. It's like with Breath of the Wild. What if we take Zelda and take out all the passion and magic of the franchise and call it Breath of the Wild, Mile Hyrule says. I don't know what game you played. We did not have the same experience. I'm sorry, I gotta go help a friend, Doe says. No worries, Doe. Thank you for dropping in. Always great to have you here, even if only for a little while. Best wishes for you and your friend. I don't remember Ridley being as hard as he was when I watched you fight him. Then again, it's been years, and I probably used homing missiles. It's very possible that I'm just uniquely bad at fighting Ridley. You know, there are things in video games that I am just not good at, and Ridley might just be one of those things. My first playthrough, I hated Breath of the Wild. Went back a second time, took my time, watched videos, learned and discovered everything I missed, and fell in a deep love with the game. Now the sequel is coming, and I'm so ready for it. See, I thought Breath of the Wild was magic from the very start. I liked, I loved how it started right away with no nonsense, and just immediately fell in love with just walking around the game world. The climbing was like, oh wow, this is fascinating. Like, it was just instantly interesting. I love the way all the objects in the world interact. It was so cool. Like, I have a memory very early on in the game. I got to the first tree fort, the first sort of like tree house where the enemies are, and I was firing arrows at them, and I ran out of arrows, and I didn't want to walk away necessarily, but I didn't see any way to keep fighting them because I couldn't get up there. But then I saw that there was like a platform, and it was being held up by some strings. And I was like, oh, I think that's a bridge that like lowers to let you walk up there. And I said, but I ran out of arrows. It's never gonna work. I don't have any way to get it down from there. And then I thought to take one of my swords and just try to throw it at the strings, and I threw it and it cut the strings and it let the bridge down. And I'd never had anything like that happen in a game before. And it was just a little thing where I was able to use my tools to solve a physics problem in a real world kind of sort of way. I mean, I doubt I could throw a sword well enough in real life to cut a rope, but the logic of it seems like real world logic, and it worked in the game in a way that like I've never been able to puzzle things out like that before. And just little stuff like that made the game really magical for me. That tiny experience was just something I don't know that I've ever had anything quite like that happen to me in a game, and it's something so small, but it was so magical. I still maintain my original opinion of Breath of the Wild. Tuesday says it's a great game to be sure, but it's not a great Zelda game, methinks. Why is it not a great Zelda game? What 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 does a great Zelda game require that Breath of the Wild doesn't have? No, because Mile Hyrule said like passion and magic, but those are subjective, ephemeral things. So that those criteria don't mean a whole lot to me. How was Dark Souls last night? I accomplished nothing in Dark Souls Mile Hyrule. I still don't know what to do or where to go. I walked around a whole lot of the map and looked at a lot of things, but really I did nothing. I'm close. I'm getting close to breaking down and watching some of my old VODs to see if I can to see if there was a piece of dialogue or a detail that I missed somewhere. But I kind of don't want to do that, so you'll notice I go back and forth a lot. It's also entirely possible that Ridley was hard for me too. I just don't recall how difficult. Fair enough. That's one thing about you, Frownie. You take your time and enjoy games like a fine wine. There's a very generous way of saying I play very slowly. I'm not trying to be argumentative with you either, Master Tuesday. That question might have sounded argumentative. I just want to know. I'm just curious about how you think. I'm not trying to fight with you, but I do want to understand how you're thinking about it. I agree on the basis that it really did not feel very Zelda-esque in too many ways. The game had more in common with Dying Light than the normal Zelda formula. I don't know. I haven't played Dying Light. I think the lack of iconic Zelda weapons and items. The characters were bland, although they had more to say. They were unrememberable. No good bosses. The music took a step back. I think the music was. I think the music was good. I would disagree with you on the quality of the music. I would agree that the bosses are very weak. The bosses and dungeons are very weak. I think everyone would probably agree on that. I feel like it strays a bit too much from the backbone Zelda formula. Namely, in lacking dungeons. I quite enjoy raiding temples and dungeons in Zelda games. The Divine Beast really didn't feel like temples, or at least they weren't large enough. Yeah, I don't think the Divine Beasts were very impressive. I don't know about the lack of items because, like, again, what items are we talking about, right? Because if that's a strong point of criteria, if it's a big problem that there's no hook shot in the game, for example, I mean, Zelda 1's a bad Zelda game because it lacks a lot of the items that have become common since then. But I mean, you still have, you've got bombs, You can still make fire. You've got something that's like a boomerang. I don't know where to go or what to do. Not enough of the game has loaded. I'm stuck. I thought I was just standing here to hang out, but was actually just standing here because I'm stuck. Don't like the weapons breaking. A lot of people don't like that, but I'm fine with it. I think it was fine. It's not like you're ever gonna run out of weapons. You find them all over the place in the game. There are like 4 different enemies. There could have been more enemy variety too. Right, you only have like you only have like 4 or 5 different enemy types. It would have been nice to have a lot more. I think the last Zelda game though, so I went from so far as Zelda games, I went from Wind Waker to Breath of the Wild. I don't think I played any Zelda games in between those. Oh, these are breakable. I'm not stuck. These other eggs weren't breakable, so it didn't even occur to me that these were breakable. We're fine. I'm not stuck. No worries, I didn't take it as an argument, but yeah, I get that Breath of the Wild was supposed to be a deviation from the Zelda norm, and it's good they did that. It just felt like they went a little too far in their wandering. The music part is genius, Zelda Dude says. It has all the tunes you're familiar with, except now that Hyrule is a dying ruin after being ravaged for 100 years. All the music is dying as well. The Temple of Time is the Temple of Time theme, but with broken chords. Yeah, I thought they did good. I think they did really well with the music. The mechanic of being able to interact with the Divine Beast was really cool. Being able to move bits and pieces around using the map. But I think it would have been cooler implementing that in, like, a Fire Temple-sized dungeon or so. I'm still hyped for Tears of the Kingdom, Ma Hyrule says. The demo used to get the green light on Breath of the Wild was an enhanced version of Zelda NES. If anything, they went back to their roots. Yeah, they'll see. That's what I'd like them to release. I'd like them to finish the. I'd like them to finish the Zelda 1 prototype that became that Breath of the Wild started out as, and release that. I'm okay with the. Oh yeah, I read that part. And the Master Sword running out of energy. The Master Sword running out of energy is not a bad thing necessarily, except that it's dumb. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And it does really, Alright, I agree with you, it's a bad thing. I take it back. It doesn't make sense. It undermines the... I don't even know what word to use. It makes the Master Sword... It cheapens what the Master Sword is. So... Alright. This boss is very similar to the robot we just fought. The Contra guy does not move fast enough to deal with, like, these laser obstacles. And yet, I somehow still move fast enough to, I loved in Wind Waker how you could make enemies drop their weapons, and then you could pick up the enemy's weapon and attack them with it. That was so fun. I feel like a lot of that is a seed that a lot of the things in Breath of the Wild kind of grew out of. I think Breath of the Wild is very similar to the Wind Waker. It feels more like a sequel to the Wind Waker, I think, than most other Zelda games. Was that the final boss? Really? Victory! I did not expect that. I did not think that was gonna be the final boss. What? I wonder if there's a different final boss if you play on hard mode. Why is there no music? Because my disc, my copy of this game is in rough shape, so sometimes stuff doesn't load. Sometimes the music doesn't load. If you didn't notice before, that a lot of the like textures didn't load, so the environment, that's why the environment looked so bogus. There were just areas of just empty void. can't read what you're saying for a while, Tuesday, because you're talking about stuff from the trailers for Tears of the Kingdom, so I gotta just kind of skim over some of your stuff there. Thank you for the GGs, my friends. Chozo Brain, welcome in. Thank you for the GG. No, you're fine, Master Tuesday. You're fine. I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna interact with certain bits just because I want to be careful. Made it to level 10 on Game Boy Tetris. It's not an easy feat. That game gets pretty fast. I've had a really rough night at work and needed some Frownie to wind down. Time to go dig my eyes out and go sleep. Thanks for the chat. Thank you, Title. I appreciate your company. I'll do my best to remember to hydrate in your absence. I hope you sleep well. Just accept it before the game throws something worse at you. I started eating a spoonful of coconut oil and it's been helping with the chest pain. I beat Ocarina, Super Mario 64, and 3/4 of Halo 1 today. Normally don't last 5 minutes. Right on. I'm glad you seem to. I'm glad. Oh, and all that is in addition to Tetris as well.
Yeah.
I get really bad chest pain when I play intense games. It comes from acid reaching the esophagus. Well, I'm glad you. It seems like you might have found something that will help manage it a bit, because that's definitely not a good problem. I guess all problems are not good by definition. All right, so I think we'll play something else. I don't really have very specific plans for what to do next, but before we do, oops. Before we do, I just want to get a feeling of what the game feels like on hard mode. Because Contra 3, when we beat Contra 3, I took a look at hard mode and I found out it was absolutely devastating. And I'm just curious, is it going to be as bad in this one? Exactly. Going to be doing a pH test in 1 to 3 weeks. If they can confirm it, I'll get a surgery to cure it for good. So I'm in a really good mood. Right on. That'd be great. I've been suffering from GERD-like symptoms for the past 20 years. But being a healthcare worker, I'm also the worst kind of patient, the type that never seeks out healthcare. Oh, you gotta take care of yourself. What? Hang on. No. Hard mode. Start. I think I did something wrong. Why seek healthcare for permanent fixes when you can deal with something by just finding your own quick fix solutions? You see, that sounds like my approach to things. So I can't. It's not like I would or could criticize your choices, but I will at least have to say, if you're doing things Frownie's way, there's a very good chance that you are doing them suboptimally. And you live in a country with free healthcare. My custom controls, by the way, didn't carry over, so I'm having some difficulty because now I was just playing with a custom configuration and now I'm back to default controls. And wrapping my head around where the strafe button has moved to is more difficult than you might suspect. Where's the weapon change? So, hard mode, for stage 1 at least, hard mode does not seem to be significantly different from the base game. Oh, you have? I think you start with fewer lives, though. In normal difficulty, we had 5 lives. Some of the moment-to-moment stuff is a little tough. Some of the enemies move a little faster. But I think that the biggest difference is that you just start with fewer lives. And that's a big difference. That puts me in a big disadvantage. That was a 1-up. That was a 1-up, but I was playing around with a bad weapon, and that's why I didn't get it. I think that was a 1-up. The 1-up might be further along. That's how you keep me from going to bed. Mention chest pains before I'm leaving, title says. I'd have acid reflux sometimes when sleeping. It hasn't happened to me for a very long time. And I don't really know where it comes from. I think just poor diet. Just if I eat poorly. If I eat really poorly for long enough, then I put myself at risk. But I'd have acid reflux sometimes in the middle of the night when I'm asleep. I would wake up with like my esophagus burning, and it would be so hard to breathe. I'd be like, I would seriously worry I was gonna choke to death. Because it was so difficult to breathe. Not fun. Not fun. But, like I said, fortunately, that hasn't happened to me for a very long time. Do you have any other gastrointestinal issues, Frownie? No, I don't think so. I find my reflux tends to be worse if I've consumed something my intestines have a harder time breaking down. I can't think of anything that's really difficult for me to digest, or at least the thing is, like, I haven't noticed the pattern of it. Like, there certainly could be something, like, in particular that gives me trouble, but I haven't been aware enough to notice the pattern of it, so I guess the answer's somewhat meaningless. But it was a problem I had a lot more frequently, like several years ago. Spicy foods, coffee, chocolate, and anything with a lot of fat are the usual triggers. All the stuff I like to eat. All the stuff I like to... Well, see, that's the thing. Is my diet can sometimes be very heavy in those things. So there's probably... I would guess that there's probably a threshold where if I indulge too much too closely together, then it sets everything off. But just a little bit, you know, because I tend to have a little bit of those things almost all the time. You know, I eat spicy stuff almost every day. I drink coffee almost every day. I don't exactly eat foods that are particularly heavy in fat all that often. A lot of the stuff that I eat is like is sort of baked foods or pan fried with just a tablespoon or two of oil. And I do eat a lot of leaner meats too, like, you know, like chicken breast and pork. That happened to me. Got out of the car and had acid reflux so bad it closed up my throat. I had to force myself to breathe without an inhaler. Oh, yeah. GERD could potentially be a gallbladder thing, Conga says. Absolutely. Gallbladder issues tend to be worsened by certain foods. Consider eating a bunch of smoked or fried food, as well as eggs, cucumber, apple, paprika, and see if your reflux kicks in. Also fatty foods, because in that case it might definitely be a gallbladder issue. Even if you don't see a professional about it, you can still find out how to deal with it in the future. We'll see. We'll see. It seems, I don't know that I want to go out of the way to cause myself an issue. I don't know if the knowledge is worth. I don't know if the knowledge is worth the symptoms if I'm not currently experiencing the symptoms. That's my one-track mind. Do I have a problem? Try to reproduce the problem, then I know what to do about it. Alright, I didn't really plan anything else for tonight. What do we want to do? I still haven't beaten Battletoads, but I kind of feel I didn't put it on the schedule, so I don't know if I should play it. I don't want anyone to feel cheated if I play it when they didn't know I was going to, and then they weren't here for it, if I do somehow accidentally win. Hey, Key, welcome in. Great to have you here. Thank you for the raid. We've just been chatting for a little while here. We're kind of in between games. I just finished up this Contra game. We beat it. It ended surprisingly suddenly. So victory's there to celebrate. And we're gonna move on to something else, and I'm kind of just chatting here while I decide what to play next, because I kind of didn't expect to make it through this. This is Contra. This is C, the Contra Adventure on the PlayStation 1. It's I believe it's the first. It might be the second. I don't know. There are two Contra games on the PlayStation. And this game is interesting. It is an admirable attempt to make a 3D Contra with like the game technology of the day. It doesn't necessarily translate into a very fun experience. So it's definitely mixed. It's definitely mixed. I like it about as much as I like Contra 3 on the Super Nintendo. I like Contra 3, I think, a little more than this, but I'm not really crazy about either of those. I'm just an 8-bit Contra guy, really. I love the NES games so much, and so far my adventures into Contra on other systems have been underwhelming. I have high hopes, though. We're gonna play. There's one on the Genesis that we're gonna play. We might even start that next week. I have high hopes that that's gonna be good. Key was playing Cuphead. Are you playing more Cuphead? The DLC? You got 3 victories? Hats off, Key. GG. Very well done. I'm sure that those were no joke. Oh, I love Cuphead. It's so much fun. I can't I'm really excited to play the DLC. I don't know when I'm ever going to do it, but I'm really excited for it. It's been so long since I've played. I can't believe I got 3 wins. That's an incredible amount of wins for Cuphead to get in one night. Isn't it just that way sometimes, though? You play a game and like you struggle with it, and then you stop for a few days and come back and have like the best night that you've ever had. That certainly happens to me a lot. It's so wild. The DLC is fun. You're gonna rock it. I remember watching you try out for 100%. Well, we tried for I tried for the A pluses. I think for 100% you have to get S rankings on all the bosses. I don't know if I can get S rankings. But yeah, I did the struggle for all the A pluses at least. And my goodness. My goodness, some of it was a nightmare. Cuphead's such a nightmare just to beat. But that's why, like, I'm kind of tempted. That's one of the reasons I hold off on doing the DLC. Is because I don't know if I want to do the DLC first, or if I want to do the base game and like try to get S rankings first. I think I should do the DLC first. As I'm saying it now, I'm thinking I should do the DLC and I should try to get all A pluses in the DLC, and then if I still feel the need to get S rankings, then we'll go back and restart and do them all. Maybe that's what we'll do. I 200%ed Cuphead, Conga says, and refuse to play it again. Well done. $200%. If you've 200%ed it, I would imagine that like now your skill level would have ascended to such great heights.
Yeah.
That playing it again should feel like nothing, right? Some of my greatest gaming achievements on phone and Switch have come from the restroom Zelda dude shares with us. I suspect you're not alone. Haven't played the DLC that looks brutal. I would expect nothing less. I would expect nothing less. All right, my friends. So I need to get us something to play. I got to start pushing some buttons. We were talking about Super Ghouls and Ghosts. That kind of makes me want to play Super Ghouls and Ghosts. So I think I might grab that. That game doesn't take all that long, so we'll probably still have time to do something else too afterward. Assuming I beat it. I don't always beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I'm pretty decent at it, but I sometimes lose. But yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll do a run through that, and then probably something else. So if you would stand by for just a moment. Thank you for enjoying Contra with me. We'll give this another play at some point, and see about playing through it on hard mode. But I'm more excited at this point to move on to the Genesis game next. So we'll loop back around for hard mode on this at some point. But yeah, let's get switched over. I'll be right back with you.